My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. Now, after having uploaded the last couple of videos, I'd say, it's hard for me to keep up with everything, but the last video I uploaded it this morning, though I recorded it last night. And it's just because I kind of had just gotten back from Zumba class when I kind of got on the computer and just put it all together and didn't really get the chance to upload. So I'd say there was little time delays in that, and I just forgot to mention everything because, like I say, I'm getting used to my new diet and exercise routine, so it's just kind of getting a little feeling kind of strange here and there and how it kind of goes. So I just kind of decide for a moment we'll kind of come on, and I'd say that I might find a little gouge or two to work with here, and this is just probably about the right size for doing this next little step we need to do, where we kind of work along these little lines on here to remove this little excess wood from the robe area and kind of try to get her a little extra kind of worked in ways. And I say put the little effort down into her clinging robe and make it so we got a good pair of lines that come right in, and see how this shall make this little Mary figure turn out. And I say there's probably a little bit more with the gouge that we ought to do than we're doing, and should probably even, I'd say, not be taking it so we're having to wiggle it side by side or back and forth. It's not that often you kind of see a carver really do that. So I say might have to check, make sure we got things white the right way. So I'd say we got this much in with the lines, and maybe make a little place where we put in a step or two to separate the hands from the front and kind of get the work right into a good place. I say for how we do here, we're going to take the same little step with the making of Joseph here and sort of do a little bit of a line circuit there. And I say just see how a little work and perfection can make a little ways out. I say just with the lines in place, they're going to make just some little figure we have. Oh, I say this is just kind of like what work has done to make little ways we have of things. And it's hard to talk much right now because of things going through, but I tell y'all, this is just the step we took here. Perhaps I say we're going to do a little thing where we sort of, I'd say, like, come a little bit more up to the center, and with these little lines in place, sort of do it at the top. And I say make some places here where we're going to connect the dots, la la la, like old, they sing on that old song, Pee-wee's Playhouse, that old show. I say there's little places in life where we get these little places of marking off the centers and come down to it. I say just with what we have here, kind of make a line along this place here and a line along this place here, and I say put lines just in their right places, and kind of take it where we see just what this is like when we all get done with a nice little bit of amount of work. And I say time to kind of put on the thumb protector, perhaps work along here, remove this wood from around this area where we got it marked off. I say kind of try to get a little bit of excessive force into the piece, and I'd say we're just getting chips in a lot of the wrong places here, so I might try to take this a little slower, try to make sure it goes at a good, reasonable pace, I say, and just kind of put the amount of time and work into what we have, what we make, what we do, I say, is just kind of what the piece will come down to when we have a little bit more made into what we're doing and making and saying. And I say that this is just kind of like little ways we have perhaps I'll have a little bit more project to show and things to do as we move along, but I'll tell y'all, got some new dog patterns I hope to show soon. I'll tell y'all, we just got that little area shaved off right there, and we got this little other area here that is quite similar, where we kinda gotta come back and try to remove the excess wood from along the place, and just, I say, try to get it where it'll come right down to the type of work we need. And bluff, I tell y'all, it's kind of hard to keep all these chips in one place. I've gotten to where I can keep them together a whole lot better when I'm not trying to do a video presentation, but it's just getting where there are so many things that will take a little practice here and there, just a little at a time, to go about and to wear about. And I say just kind of remove what we can from this little piece. There's some steps, they might not be recorded, they might not be shown on video for what all we do, but I tell y'all, it's a time when I'm just lethargic enough from trying to diet and all that it's kind of making things a little odd and awkward for me, and kind of where it's getting a little bit difficulter to really try to let practice make perfect. And I say, this chipling's going everywhere, I tell y'all. And I don't know whether it's going to be on video or not. We're going to get around to doing that part of the head of Joseph, but I say, for a little chipping around and shaving around of wood, of redwood, it's going to come a long way. I'd like to tell you all a little bit more about that nativity that is in the thumbnail. It is made from walnut, cherry, and mahogany, and it was one I made years ago for a certain lady. I don't have a picture of one made out of redwood, if I ever made one out of it, though I have in the past made one from western cedar. And it just so happened that that was kind of the only Holy Family I really had any picture left of to really be able to kind of put on for a thumbnail for the video. So that is kind of the reason why I used it. I'll tell you all a little more detail about this redwood here. And it just so happened that years ago there was a little fire that took place at McConnell Springs that burnt the picnic tables, and the picnic tables were made of redwood, and they kind of saved some wood that was from the picnic tables, and they donated it to those of us in the guild for us to make things out of. I've made a thing or two out of that, as well as from some pieces of walnut that had fallen from a tree that had gotten struck by lightning, and kind of put those together and made these little scroll saw figurines all those years ago that I donated to McConnell Springs, and had them put into these little scenes behind glass where they have all this other stuff that is of animals, to kind of put those on display as part of their inside. And that is just a little thing I'd like to share. And with all the little work we have and do, that's kind of why I decided, since I had a little piece that was off of that block that I made the angels out of, that was like a good shape for a manger, I decided to take that other piece from McConnell Springs and cut it down to make Mary and Joseph here. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.